pintar jadi apa cepat pintar jadi mudah yang dekat cerut internet selamat latihan Tentara Nasional Angkatan Darat bersama tentara US Army.
Penghormatan pasukan. Salutation.
Kepada Inspektur Upacara. Hormat! Gerak! bersama Garuda Atlet ke-15 tahun 2021. Siap, selanjutnya pasukan siap diperiksa.
Depending on of the training badges, the participants.
Thank you.
Teruskan. Terus. Lapor. Perwakilan penyematan. Tanda peserta latihan. Siap. Penyematan tanda peserta latihan telah dilaksanakan. Laporan selesai. Kembali ke tempat. Kembali ke tempat. Balik kanan. Gerak. Haluan kiri. Maju. Jalan. Maju. Jalan.
With the extraordinary planning and execution of Garuda Shield, I would expect nothing but professionalism out of our team here today. And I want
The remarks of Indonesian Army Chief of Staff.
I recognize this is the 15th iteration of Exercise Garuda Shield. This exercise demonstrates a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. And as my Secretary of Defense, Austin, recently said, our network of alliances and friendships is a strategic asset, and we never take our allies for granted. For the first time, we're training together over multiple islands. We're expanding our Army's command and control and maneuver forces together. we're replicating real operations. And for the first time, we've had the opportunity to deploy the Joint Pacific Multinational Readiness Center into the region. This is a training center that we have in the Pacific and been mostly used in Hawaii and Alaska and on the West Coast. But I'm very proud of the coordination, the planning, and again, the leadership of General Andika and our ability to move that training center here to Vanuatu to work together with the Indonesian and U.S. Army soldiers. Leadership of each of the organizations represented on the field today. To my U.S. soldiers in formation today, thank you for what you represent and what you stand for. Thanks for the values that you express every day in uniform, and thanks for the values that you bring to this region on this field during this exercise with your Indonesian counterparts and soldiers. And to the Indonesian soldiers on the field today, you look great. I know how tough and difficult the training is that you go through, and I also know how professional and how tough soldiers you are. We have a great deal to learn from you, and I'm thankful to you and what you represent for your country in uniform today on this field and in the next couple of weeks, operating together as Garuda Shield partners here in Indonesia. General, thank you very much again for your warm welcome, and thanks for your leadership.
Thank you, General Glenn, because that took a long time for you. Jet lag is perhaps starting to kick up now. General Flynn, my fellow Indonesian soldiers, my fellow American men and women in the uniform from the U.S. Army, first of all, thank you for making this exercise happen. Today, we're going to open up the exercise officially, and I cannot thank you how much we will learn from this exercise. Yes, General Flynn, we've done airborne exercise on our own, but not the magnitude that we're going to do today. Particularly, none of my generation or the senior generation of the Indonesian Army leadership have done the airborne exercise or operation with 7 hours of being in the aircraft prior to the airborne exercise. Never. So this generation, those who would do the exercise today are the first batch of the Indonesian Army officers and soldiers who have experience, and hopefully they would be able to bring Indonesian Army to the level we've never seen before in their time. And their time to go up in the rank and file is up. Not only that, the beach landing operation in East Kalimantan, that's also something new. Indonesian Army has never done beach landing other than for administrative or logistic purposes. But what we're going to do in East Kalimantan, the beach landing, using our LCU, that's the biggest LCU that the Indonesian Army has, the 1,500 deadweight tonnage, along with the U.S. Army LCU, which I understand is about 2,000 deadweight tonnage, which is also something new for us. For the first time, we're going to learn how to make a beach landing, insertion from the water, and then using amphibious operation for the first time. So overall, the insertion through land, air, like what we're going to do in Batu Raja, and sea, like what we're going to do in East Kalimantan, are something new. Also, the field training exercise, live fire, not only our infantry weapons, but also the combined armed live fire exercise, employing our Astros, the artillery rocket systems, and along the side of your high march, but also the 105 millimeters tooth howitzer, from our side and your side, something new. So when you addressed just now that my soldiers have been working hard the past 5 days or 6, yes, I think they've done work hard, because I saw yesterday firsthand the confusion of doing the drill, for the artillery rocket systems and the artillery cannon systems. How yes, they've been doing, based on what the assets we have, but also at the same time, to do it along the side of the U.S. Army is also new experience for us. So I cannot thank you enough for making this exercise happen. What I remember is, together we can. No matter how hard our challenges, dynamics that have happened since the beginning of this exercise, since the beginning of this administrative preparation, General, we had to reroute. So initially we had planned to have only 5 hours of transporting our ammunition assets from the seaport to this area. But because of the dynamic, one of our bridges had to be renovated and not going to be completed until the end of this year. So we had to reroute and add up 5 hours of transportation. So total 10 hours for everyone from the U.S. Army and Indonesian side to transport their ammunition and assets to Batu Raja. Thank you so much once again, and to my fellow American soldiers, men and women in the uniform. Please, treat them, my soldiers, like your brothers and sisters. Because I really want them to get to know you more, interact, and then making friends, networking, because that's the main or the most important things I want them to have out of this exercise. Partnership, so that it will leave very deep impression on their part, so that 10, 15, 20 years from now, they're going to bring the Indonesian Army to the level where they're working along with the international partners like the U.S. Army. General Flynn, I think this marks officially the opening of our Garuda show.
Hadirin disilahkan duduk kembali.
Upacara telah dilaksanakan. Laporan selesai. Bubarkan. Bubarkan. Jajaran Marasta, persiapan kita bergeser. Jajaran Marasta, perhatikan. Persiapan kita bergeser.
Penghormatan pasukan. Salutation.
Kepada Inspektur Upacara. Hormat! Terus! Depan MC. Iya, kalau media yang dikasih tahu bakal dia. Saya yang kasih tahu yang depan ke media MC. Oke, siap.
Dan latihan bersama Garuda ke-15 tahun 2021 selesai.